Hi everyone, Letty here from Party Planner Papery. I'm going to be using this Dr. Seuss border that I found at Dollar Tree to make some 3x3 note cards today. I saw these at the store and I thought they were the perfect square that they could be used as embellishments or on top of cards. If you cut them up at each square, it is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So today it's going to be the focal point of our note cards. I'm using these cardstock papers to be sort of the mats behind the image. So this is from DCWV, and this was one of the recent Doodlebug papers that I got in my pack, my variety pack. So I'm basically going to cut these down and be mats. I also have some regular 65-pound cardstock in the other primary colors. We'll be cutting those down as the actual note cards. And then I've also got some white copy paper that I'm going to use just to put a little piece of paper on the inside. So again, Dr. Seuss borders that I found at Dollar Tree are going to be the main project here. So this is what those borders look like. The first thing I'm going to do is just cut them up into the squares. So when I first walked into Dollar Tree and I saw these a while back, I instantly didn't even think of them as borders. I automatically thought of them as amazing pieces to be used in like upcycle projects just like this one. So you know, the sky's the limit once you have something like this, because it is an awesome focal point that you can use on just about anything. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut my card mats for the front of the cards, and I'm cutting these down to 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, which just gives me 1/8 of an inch around as like a mini border on the front of the card. And that way I can expose as much of this decorated paper as possible without completely covering the entire front of the card mat. That just is going to give us a little bit of extra color on the front. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down the cardstock, which is going to be my actual note card. I'm taking an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of cardstock. I'm going to cut it on the 11-inch side. I'm going to cut it down to 3, and then I'm going to cut that down to 6. So that way I have a 3x6 essentially piece of cardstock. I am going to go ahead and round the corners using my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper. I really like this tool. One thing that I noticed here in a bit is that I might need a new one because it was very difficult to round some of my corners. I'm going to also round the corners on my card mat, just like this. And that way it just gives it a little bit more of a finished look. And you see I just add the actual focal point right on top, and it just adds just a little bit of extra color and just an awesome little card. Now, one thing I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut down the white copy paper right now. You could also use white cardstock if you find this to be too flimsy. You'll notice here as I'm trying to cut this paper, it is just way too thin and I'm having a difficult time, and I have to end up using my scissors to fix the edges. But again, not a huge issue. You can always use your scissors to fix it. Again, you can also use white cardstock for this piece. I just personally like the look of the additional white little section to write on inside the card. So here I have a breakdown of my focal point, the card mats, the white paper, and then also the cards that are already cut down, folded, and corner rounded. So the first step that we're going to be doing is I'm actually going to glue down all of those white pieces of copy paper to the inside of the cards, just like that. And again, you can skip that step. I just personally like having the white paper on the inside. Next, I'm going to go ahead and match up the card mats that I cut down to the specific colors that I have of the cardstock. And you can use any color cardstock or any color mat. I personally chose the primary colors because I thought they went really well with these Dr. Seuss, focal points. To me, Dr. Seuss is all primary color, but you can absolutely use anything. And you can also use any variety of cardstock that you want. You could use solid cardstock or paper. It does not have to be patterned. I just wanted to give a little bit of the extra kind of dimension without even having dimension on there, the look of it. So you can see here, I'm just kind of matching which color mats I wanted with the cards. Then I glued them down. This is what it looks like once it's glued down. The next step is just going to be to apply the focal point, which is our little Dr. Seuss square, to the tops of the cards. And you're just going to glue it down. The first thing that I'm doing is just kind of showing you what it's going to look like. This is what it actually looked like after I went in and glued all of the little Dr. Seuss 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 squares to the tops of the note cards. You can see it was super easy, super quick, and in this case, super affordable because, again, it was one pack of these borders that I got from Dollar Tree for $1. Hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. Please subscribe, like, and follow me on Instagram. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.